Hello everyone, this is Mark from LifeForexDayTrading.com and I'd like to welcome you to another strategy video. This time I want to talk about Heiken Ashi candles. These candles show you very good the actual trend here in the market. They are a great tool if you like to trade with a trend. The Heiken Ashi chart is quite different from a normal candlestick chart. In a normal candlestick chart, candlesticks show 4 different numbers. They show the open, the close, the high and the low, and each candle is completely independent from the previous candle. Heiken Ashi candles are a bit different here. They are not independent, they are related to the previous candle. We have also closing price, opening price, high and low, but they are calculated in a different way here. The calculation of the opening price is the average of the opening price, the closing price of the previous bar, and the close is calculated by the average of the opening price, the high, the low and the close. The high is the maximum value of the high, open and close, and the low is the minimum value of the low, open and close. Since these Heiken Ashi bars are correlated to the previous bars, it works a bit like a moving average, you could say, but it shows you more information. You're not only seeing the actual trend here pretty easy, you also see a momentum and a possible turn in momentum with that Heiken Ashi candles. I used the blue one here for the uptrend, the red one for a downtrend. So any change in momentum is very easy to spot, and that's its big advantage here by using Heiken Ashi candles. Another good thing about Heiken Ashi candles is that they eliminate the market noise in your charts. You rarely see a single red candle in your chart or a single blue candle chart in your chart. Mostly you see a lot of red candles in a row or a lot of blue candles in a row. So that keeps you longer in a good trade than usual, because you have then more confidence that you're trading in the right direction if the color of the Heiken Ashi candle doesn't change here. I will zoom out here a bit to show you a possible way to trade with Heiken Ashi candles. I like to use them to trade with a trend, and I think it's the best way. So of course we only want to go short if you see a red candle, and go long if you see a blue candle. That's the first thing. Also we want to trade with a trend, so we want to make sure that we make lower lows, lower highs here when we trade short, and higher highs, higher lows if we trade long. Let's say we are here in a short trade, or let's say we are not in a short trade here, we just made a lower low here. Then we see some blue Heiken Ashi candles here. We consider that as a retrace, the blue candles here, since we made a lower low. Then we get an entry here again with the next red Heiken Ashi candle. We keep that until we get a blue one, that would be the exit, and here, down here. Then again, we didn't make a higher high. We got another blue, red one here. We go short. Keep that until we see the next blue Heiken Ashi candle. That would end up with a small loss, I guess, but we didn't make a lower low here, so we could go long here, but we didn't make, of course, a high yet. But with that break of that high here, we could go long until we see a red Heiken Ashi candle, and we could just close that here for profit. Then we have to wait that no short sign here. We didn't make lower lows here or lower high, but then again possible long here. We didn't really break the low of that Heiken Ashi red period here. We had a bit of red here, but we can ignore it, I think. So possible long entry here. Again, we always can just take out our profit here with a red candle, sometimes with a small loss, and then re-enter, or just keep the trade as long as we don't make lower lows here or lower highs. So let's say we get out and here again, that next entry with a blue Heiken Ashi candle keeps that. Every time after the retrace we can get into the trend here, just waiting for the signal here for a blue Heiken Ashi candle. So that was a nice pretty uptrend here, and at that point finally we broke the low here of that period of red Heiken Ashi candles, so that would be a short signal. We could get out here with a blue Heiken Ashi candle, then stay on the sideline until we meet a higher high here, get the retrace with the red Heiken Ashi period here, and then again enter with blue Heiken Ashi candles. So that goes on, and it's very easy to spot. Then that's really the good thing by using this technique here with Heiken Ashi candles. That was just an example of a very simple way to trade Heiken Ashi candles. Of course you can refine it and then take profits at certain target levels or get out another way here, and not by just using the Heiken Ashi signals. Also keep in mind, if we zoom in here, I have also my regular candles here very thin, that I can see the real price. So sometimes you just by looking at your Heiken Ashi candle, that can you give a wrong impression. Let's say that candle here, the actual closing price of that candle, if you got in here, is at that price, and if you will close that, you will just get a small profit here, and not a good one like it looked here just by looking at the Heiken Ashi candle. So keep that in mind. You can use it as a signal, of course, just but I would also recommend to use regular candles, at least some kind of chart which shows the real closing price here of a certain period of time. Here's a euro-dollar chart in the weekly time frame with the Heiken Ashi candles on it, and I would say Heiken Ashi candles work good in every time frame, but they even work better in the larger time frame. So the larger the time frame, I would say, the better the Heiken Ashi candle work, because you got even less noise here. You can just use the signals here, and you will do fine, I think, over the long run. But of course you can also trade them in a lower time frame. Just make sure that your trades are in line with the Heiken Ashi trend here in the weekly chart. Personally, I like to have my Heiken Ashi candles on a 4-hour chart, on a 30-minute chart, and that gives me a pretty good idea about the direction in the market and the momentum. So that's it here from me, and if you like that video, feel free to check out my other videos at liveforexdaytrading.com. Have a great day all, bye.